So right now we are going to be looking at two things. I'm also going to be introducing two things, and that's the div element. So right now the div element is an element that is what? A block level element. It's a what? Block level element. So right now let me come here and search so that you guys are going to see what is being used for. The div element. Div element. So look at what is being used. The element does not really represent anything. It's used to group elements that can easily be styled using the class or ID select. So right now, using that div element, we are going to see the usefulness of the div. So let's go to our HTML document. And under this place, I'm going to be creating a div of lorem 40. Lorem 40. Yes. I'm going to be creating another div. Lorem 40. Yes. So let me shift this here so that you have a good visual view of what I'm creating. So right now I'm going to be styling this div and creating some things around the div. So let me go to our internal CSS. I'm going to our internal CSS and I'm going to be giving it some special things. So right now let me come here and say div. So what should I give it? Border. Border. 1 pixel. Hash. 3. Solid. So you're seeing the div. You're seeing something like a border around it. So 1 pixel solid. So let me specify a width of 100 pixels. So which other attribute did I want to specify for these borders? I'll make it look. So let's add padding. Round padding of 20 pixel. Padding of other property that I want to hack. So let's add margin. Just create and specify any pixel around it. So the next thing I want us to do again is to give it a background color. So let me give it a background color. So right now it's green. Look at it. I'll specify this. I brought it to the middle. So you are looking at it now. It's different from the other one. So which other property I can also specify on it? So let me just go and check and see properties that we can specify on it. So let me go up this CSS. Yeah, I can also add a display attribute, flex. See, flex. Let's go back to our browser. So right now, I'm going to also add some attributes. going to add some attribute. Constant practice that you are going to understand CSS. So whenever you are doing this course, you should always take note that you are not going to grasp everything. Everything I'm going to be teaching you is until you put it into practice, that's when you are going to understand everything about the cascading style sheet, that's CSS. So right now we're going to go into practice and see for yourself attributes and elements that are going to change, and also to see how we are going to apply styling to some elements in HTML. So right away, let me just dive in and just give an example. We are still going to use that index.html that I created. So that's what we are still going to be using. So right now, let me go and create a button here. Button. So right now, let me give this button subscribe. So let me open the right now using the live server by clicking and opening with live server. I believe everyone taking this course should know how to do that right away. So right, it's shown here. So let me give this page a little outer again. Windows direction key, bring this. So right now this is subscribe. So another this thing I'm doing again is another. So I'm creating another button again. And I will name this join. So the next button again I'm going to create that. So I'm going to read this tweet. So right away, let me give it a class. So right now, a class and ID are what we use in CSS. So class and ID, what we use for styling some HTML element. So I'm giving this a class of subscribe BT, right? And so I'll also give this a class. So let me give this a class of join BTN, and also give this a class of tweets BTN button. So right now, many people be asking me what a class is, right? So let me give an example. For example, you want to style something right now in your HTML document, and that particular style you want to apply to a lot of things. Just assume I want to style this button. I can just give it a class. So when I apply a class to each button, that particular attribute that I specified for the button is going to be applied for all. So that's what the class is. You can also give it an ID. But it's not a good practice to name something that you are going to rename multiple times an ID. It's only things that you know that you are only going to style once that you are going to apply just the ID. So let me go to my web browser and search, because Googling is a good practice. Class. So let me search class CSS. So you can see it now on W360 school. It said, so let me scroll down so you are going to see. The class selector select element with specific class attribute. To select element class, write a period. So whenever I want to style this particular BTN right now, I've declared of class or subscribe BTN, I'm going to use the word period, then the name of the class that I've actually specified to style this. So you are going to see this, every practice I'm going to put into this directly on our browser, right? You are going to see this. So before I move that, let me also show you guys what an ID is. Let me go back and also like ID in CSS, so this class, so you guys will know what an ID is. Because I said an ID is only good in practice when you know that you are not using it for multiple styling. So you just want to style just one unique thing on your web page. That's when you use the word ID, the ID, not the class attribute. So that's when you use the ID. So now let's scroll down. ID selector use the an element to select a specific element. The ID of an element is unique within a page. So the ID selector is used to select one unique element. So for example, I just want to style only the navbar. So something good I can use is just the ID, because navbar appears just once. But if I decide to give an ID to a paragraph, it will make sense, because paragraphs can be multiple on a web document page, but ID cannot be multiple. So right now, not much talking. Let's just dive in right now into custom practice, because I believe it's with practice you are going to understand all this I'm saying in this. So right now, let me go back to our styling here. Remember, this is an internal styling CSS. So right now, I'm going to give this a the name of what we actually name our class down. What we name our class down. Subscribe button. I'm going to come here and subscribe. Right. So right now, let me give it a background color of red. Right there. Oh, it's not showing. Oh, right. Background color of red. It has shown right now. I didn't spell this thing. They are not the same thing. So let me give it height of 36 pixel. Let's give it a width also of 150. Oh, that's too much. Let me 105. 105 pixel. Wow, that's okay, right? So let me also give it you guys can see this well. Let me put border also. Border on. Yeah, so I don't want it to have a border. So right now, which other property should I specify? Color of the text. Let me give it white. Sheriff as hexadecimal styling. So right now, which other attribute should I specify on this? Border radius. Let me give it border radius. So which other thing? Let me give it a font family. Font family. So let me give you a Franklin Gothic on this. Just press Ctrl S. A little change applied to that. So right now, which other property should I specify? Which other property? Cursor. Let me give a cursor. Also, I'm going to apply pointer. Like a pointer. So this is also similar to the subscribe on YouTube channel. Are you seeing this? So this is similar. So let me give it a font size. Size. Yep. Okay. Right. So right now, let's go and start the join button. So I named that with a class of what? Join btn. So that is having a class of join btn. Let me come here with a class of join btn. So right now, let me give it class background color of blue. Oh, background color of white. F an hexadecimal. You are going to see. I'm going to search this. You guys know what I'm using. I'm not naming right. So I'm going with a color of so which other power should I specify to D? Height of 36 So let me give it a width of 70 pixel. 70 pixel should be applicable. So yeah, that's too much. No, is enough. So border style, border style, border style. I give it none. No, that's not a good practice. No, let me just give it a border. Okay, border style, style, solid, yeah, solid, pixel. No, no, just give it. So which other one should I do? So I can. So when I hover around this, so no, just want to style this so that you can understand what I'm saying. Okay, border, yeah. So border. Let me change the color of the border. Border, 1 pixel. Yeah. Okay, okay. So let me also increase the size of. No, it's no. Yep, that is okay. So which other thing should I apply to this? So let me give it pseudo class property. So pseudo class properties are properties that we use time to do some changes like the over active. Those are pseudo class property. So right now I'm going to perform a pseudo class property on this. So let me do join btn, over is a pseudo class property. This is a pseudo class property. So right now I'm going to specify right now and change the background color that of that. I'm going to change the background color here to blue, and I'm going to also change the color to white. You're gonna see what's gonna happen right now. You're gonna be shocked. So right now, let me hover around this. You're seeing this. This is a beautiful thing. Wow, wow. But look at the space here is too close. So let me give it a margin. So margin is spacing. It's used for spacing in CSS. I'll just apply margin here. Margin right of 3 pixel. No, no, let me apply here. Let me apply to the margin right. So, 12 pixel. Yeah, so you can see that space right now. So right now, the last one that we are going to be doing is the tweet BTN. I want to make it similar to Twitter. So let's make it similar to that Twitter page. Right now, I'm going to give this here. But we're giving it a class, so I'm styling the class here. So I'm going to say tweet here. So right now, what should we do? So how does it look like? So background color of blue. So I'm going to change something in this, make it similar to that. So right now I'm going to give it an RGB value color. Anyone that is similar, I want to bring it to this that is more brighter. Is this lighter blue color? Make it similar to that of that. It's not similar. That's not light enough. Let me increase it. I just want to make it that of that. So With time, as we are styling this, color of white. So let me give it an height also of 36 pixel. So what should I do? Font size of 18 pixel. Which other property should I apply to this? Border none. And also, which other thing should I apply? Okay, border radius. I'm making it look more practical so you guys will understand what I'm doing and also see how it's being done. No, 5 pixel. I'm not getting there, right? So let me first of all give it a width. Apply width of 70. So I border radius of 5 pixels. 15. Oh, we are getting there. Let me just give 5 pixels. Yes. So right now we've gotten something similar to the Twitter tweets. This is how it looks like. So we have subscribe, join, and tweet here. So these are one of the ways of styling in CSS. But I still want us to go in depth and understand some properties that you guys don't know. So right now, what I want us to see is Flexbox. So I'm just going to MDN doc. So Flexbox MDN, Flexbox CSS again. Flexbox. I'm making sure this class is more practical enough, not just giving you guys gibberish for you not to understand. So right now, if you look at this, if you look at all these texts were created with property. All these texts that you are seeing here are created with a div property. So you are seeing it. You are all seeing this. So we are going to do something like this. But first of all, what are Flexbox? Before, when HTML has not been and CSS have not been advanced, they used the float property, and it was very tedious for the web developers to design. So that's how they came up with Flexbox. So then they don't really understand how it's been done, so it gives them tough time. So they came out with a one-dimensional layout method. We have the Flexbox and the grid. Flexbox is one-dimensional, while the grid system is what? Two-dimensional. So you guys need to understand this when you are designing. Which one do you want to use? No one is the best. It just depends on what you are building and actually with this thing that, oh, this is what I want to do. And Flexbox is mainly used for arranging things in what? Rows and columns. They're mainly used for arranging things in what? Rows and columns. So let's go to W3C school so you guys too will see it. So Flexbox CSS, Flexbox W3C school. So you guys need to understand this. Even after taking this course, you have to still go back and see for yourself how things are being done. So look at it here. They've actually stated there the Flexbox, there were 4 layer modes before the Flexbox. So that's what they're actually stating there for us. So right now I'm going to be practicing something like this, also similar to that and this thing. So right now let me dive into this and stop talking. So let me pull this also. So you guys are going to be seeing everything I'm doing. So right now we are doing the Flexbox, which I say is one-dimensional layout design for arranging your elements in what? Rows and columns. So let me give it a div. So in the first div 1, going to have lorem tab. So I'll give another div lorem. I'll come again and give another div and lorem. Oh nope, lorem. So right now, let me open this on our browser. You should see how it looks like at first. Oh, I've applied something to that already. So I'm going to change this. I'm going to change this. This thing immediately formed in form of flex. Let me check if I've applied something to that I didn't know. So let me go back, check up, because I want this class to be as more practical enough. I'm going to remove that styling that I did in that place. So as not too complicating. Yeah, so I've actually applied it before. So let me cancel this because it's already in flex mode. So I'll cancel this. Everything is going to come back to normal. I want you guys to know how to use the web documentation. Seeing this, everything is in flex here. So I don't want it to be like that. So I want us to apply what you're actually seeing here. What we actually see property on W3C school. This is how it is. So look at it. You can also come here and practice. So right now we want to make our box to be in this particular direction, the way it's being created here. So what are we going to do right here? So right now let's claim we have a class on our div. We're going to have a class on our div. So that particular div that we created, the first div, I'm going to give it a class of flex property. So right now we are going to design this and add as not really the same with this, but something similar to this, because I've actually done this before. So is that class we are going to be working with. So name that flex property. So first thing first, I just want to do is to just show display flex. That's whenever you want to make anything using the Flexbox, you apply what? Display flex property. So right now I've applied display flex and you are seeing how it looks like. Look at it, differentiates everything on the web. Look at what I've written here. It makes it in the flex property, one on the other side, one on the second side, and one on the third side. So that's how the flex property is. It helps you to create dimension, right? It helps you to differentiate between one and another group of text and another group of text. So right now I've applied the flex property here. So what am I going to apply again? Just watch. So right now I don't want to apply any color. So let me give it border. So this border will be applicable to everything. Border 1 pixel solid. Hash 33. So I've applied the border to it. I've applied the border to the flex. Apply the border to the flex. There it's going to look like. So right now, no, should I apply it there? Let me not apply it there. Let me not apply it here. So we are going to be using one of the sender selector. So this is the flex property greater than the div. So right now I'm going to apply that here. So right now let me apply this border of 1 pixel solid hash 33. So to save automatically because of the extensions I have. So you've seen this. So it applies to each. You've seen it. Before, when I applied it on just the flex property, it applied to that particular div that we used to create each div that are inside. But this now applies to each. Seeing the lines, demarcating them. So right now I'm going to style this also. So let's make this more beautiful. Let's make it more beautiful than this. So right now, let's apply margin. I said margin is for space in CSS. So I'm going to apply margin of 20 pixel. 20 pixel. 20 pixel. Margin of 20 pixel. So I'm going to apply padding. Padding of. So this padding is going to be applied to everything. Top, bottom, beneath, and rest. So let me apply this padding 15 pixel and 20 pixel. So you've seen it. Apply this. Okay. So let me give it a background property here. Background color of yellow. And you see this is applied to that particular div that was created. Div property. It was the div property that has this div property. If I should apply another background color to just only the descender selector of the flex property greater than the div, it will only be applicable to this line you are seeing, everything within this place. So this color here, this background color is applied to this div property in which the rest divs are contained in. You understand me? So right now, let me change it so you guys are going to see what I'm talking about. So let me apply a background color here. You see that it won't change this particular color. It will only be those ones are in box. So background color of red, so it will be more. You've seen it. What I was actually saying. You see that the background color of the initial div we've actually done is different from the background color of those divs that are inside the parent div. It's totally different. So that's how the div property works. So let me apply the margin top here. Margin top. Margin 30 pixel. Just to bring this down. See it. So margin is used for space. This is how it looks like here. So right now, I want you guys to look at how the padding works. Padding MDN works. Because all these are going to be doing it when we are doing most of the project. CSS. So look at this. So look at the padding here. So you can also apply the M attribute, also for number, but advanced people that will use that, as you are learning it, you will be knowing what the M attribute are being used. But now let's just deal with the pixel. So let's just deal with the pixel right now. So the main thing I just want us to just understand right now in this course is just the pixel. Because if I should move forward, just do. So like I said, when I apply the padding of 15 pixels, right, it applies to all sides. That's the top, the bottom, the right, the left. But when you just apply only to both sides, it only applies to top and bottom. This particular pixel, if you look at it, top and bottom is what? 10 pixels, and 20 pixels was left and right. And how this thing looks like, it goes from top, right, bottom, left. So if you apply 4 properties, that is top, right, bottom, left. So see it here. This 1M, 3 pixels, 30 pixels. So it applies. This 1M is for top, this 3 pixels is for right, this 30 pixels is for bottom, and this 5 pixels is for left. If you apply to 3 sides, the 10 pixels will be for the top, the 3 will be for the one left and right. Why the third one is going to be for the word bottom. So you need to understand this when you are going to style. So you're okay, you don't want to style the right side, you don't want to style a particular side, not possible. You have to style at least 2 or everything. So the padding is just to add space, just to add a minimum space to anything you are styling. That's what the padding property is. So right now, let's go back to MDN W3C school and see some things that they've actually applied. So we've actually done something related to this class. So let me go back. Go back. and enter this. So we've actually done the main principle of what Flexbox entails, right? So the next one I want us to see. So the flex container also is another property Flexbox that we can also apply. We can also apply this whenever you want to make. It can be flex wrap. When you want to justify content, you add center. When you want to align items, just align items to different place. So right now, as we've designed that, so the flex CSS Flux container right now, we should apply some properties that we've done to our HTML. So right now, let's apply a flex direction to this place. Where do we apply the flex? So we applied flex here. So we applied flex here. So let's apply flex property to. So the flex direction column. So let's come back to our web page and see for ourselves. Seeing this, everything are in column already. Everything are in column. So we have different properties. So we are going to apply at least 3 of those properties. So we have applied column already, and we'll see how column look like. The next one we are going to apply is column. We have column reverse. We have row. We have row reverse. So let's apply column reverse. Apply column reverse. Let's go back to our pattern stuff. Let me change column reverse. Column reverse. Press Ctrl S. I've actually done that, but because these texts are actually the same thing, you can't actually take note of what's going on. So let me just run and change something. We are going to see the difference of that column reverse. Oh, it didn't really apply. Let me use this and do the. Oh, not there, not there, not. That was a mistake. Not there. Let me bring. So you've seen it. Actually, column reverse brought the first one that we've actually seen this last place here. So if you look at it here, see it. The orem is here, lorem. So I removed that head so that we can see the changes. So the OREM is coming down. Why this is coming second, why the other is coming third. So that's how it works here. So the next thing I want us to see right now is another attribute of the flex container, of the flex property, flexbox property. And the next one I want us to see is item. So flex items actually can make it wrap like the direction of child. See, direction child of a flex container automatically become flexible. So automatically, but you can add all these particular properties. Like if I want to make a width, I can give it to flex basics. Flex basics is to make it in width. Is to change the number they appear. So I want this to come first, this to come second. Apply another property to it. But if I want to make it a particular length, just like width, I use the flex basis. Some people used to mistake the flex basis and the flex grow. The flex grow property specify how much a flex item will grow relative to the rest of the flex item. So just imagine you just want to grow, just apply flex grow to a particular property, just as it's being used here. You just apply it according to that particular property. If you apply it to other property, it won't change that particular thing. So is that one that is being applied that you are trying to state that, oh, this is the one that you want to grow more than this. So that's just the difference. But flex basis is used to apply length, just like length each. Do you understand? It makes it to grow. It makes it to expand, just as if you're applying normal width to the flex property. So right now, when we are doing our project, we'll do many things about Flexbox and grid system. But these are end class of Flex, and I'm going to show you guys to do all these, specify content center when we are practicing, because it's with practice that you understand. I don't just want you guys to